Haggis, what can you tell us about Luke Nankervis?
Luke's been super impressive since the start of the year. The first time we'd ever seen him was in an internal trial where Sandringham played each other because they didn't have any competitive practice games against opposition in the NAB League. And we actually picked him out in the first quarter of the first internal trial we saw before COVID hit because we didn't know him. And it was really, really exciting. We saw this 190-centimetre kid jumping around everywhere with really good speed and agility. So from that moment on, we tracked him. We interviewed him pretty early in the year, got a feel for him, and then we went back just after the exams when COVID rules allowed it, went back just once his school had finished and saw him and the family. It was pretty serious at that stage. So we told them that, look, there was some chance this was quite real. We might be picking in the draft. So he was still on our talent board last night. So we were pretty happy that he was going to be our first pick in the rookie draft. And then we got a little bit of a whisper around that another club might have picked him. So we activated a spot on our list and the pick in the pre-season draft, then jumped ahead and took any risk out of it and picked him. So he goes on the list now for the next 2 years and on into the future.
Where do you envisage him playing his footy? Predominantly, is he a midfielder? Is he wing or forward?
Yeah, we think wing. We think wing, midfield, probably midfield in time once his body develops a bit of size. He played midfield in the NAB League for Sandringham this year. So he's a 190-centimetre midfielder that can play wing, high-level running power, high-level speed and agility. He's a really good athletic package, and he's also a very jumpy forward. So played a fair bit forward for Sandringham and then moved into the midfield later in the year, given this was his first year in the program. So he's very versatile, but we think midfield in the long run at 190 centimetres with his athletic traits, knowing that he's played wing and he can play forward as well.
And how do you reflect on the week as a whole, bringing in 4 new players via the draft?
Yeah, look, it's been very successful. It was a bit hairy at different moments, but the ability to get Luke today has really topped it off beautifully. So we bring Luke in and we bring Ben Davis back. We bring Luke in at 190 centimetres who can play in lots of different spots. Benny Davis obviously played at AFL already with some real size and athleticism. Definitely helps the group. He fits in, he knows exactly what to do. Add Nick Murray and Parnell early in the year, so a 194 key defender. So there's some height there. Parnell with his run and kick out of defence. And then Josh with our first pick, which was pretty much always a lock. And then the 2 boys that slid through to us last night, both best and fairest winners at their club and super highly rated and well-performed NAB League players with, really solid skill sets. You can overcomplicate it at times, but in the end with Zach and Jake last night, they can just play the game. I can't put it any more simply than that. They can just simply play. So to top that off with Luke today, to get our tall midfielder with your real athletic package that we're looking for, it's been a really good result. We're really, really pleased. No one says they're disappointed, but we're super pleased, especially given those 2 boys last night we had rated really highly, and we got them through to our pick, which was a great result.
You've had a chance to visit the 2 boys that were taken on Thursday night and meet the families again. What's their feedback been? Are they looking forward to getting over it?
Oh, they are. Both boys, they're both very humble boys. They were super appreciative of the opportunity. We left the Taylor household last night at about 1:30 a.m, so it was a pretty long day. I was a bit weary yesterday, but we've got to the end finish line. They were ecstatic. The family, the brothers were great. Dad and my footy journeys have crossed paths with different people along the way, so we talked a bit of footy and they were just super appreciative. Can't wait to get started. And we got round to see Jake Saligo down at Safety Beach this morning, and they were just ecstatic as well. He had a bit of a sniff that it might have been us, so he was wrapped. He couldn't take the jumper off this morning when he put it on. It was fantastic to see. That's just the great part of the job, to see how happy the families were, and then to make the phone call to Luke a minute after we picked him. I actually got a tiny bit emotional. So that was one we were riding pretty hard. That was Steve McChrystal's retirement present, because he loved Luke from a long way out. And so we get to send Steve off with one of his favourites, which was very pleasing.
And just a nod to Steve as he bows out after 26 years continuous service. You'll be able to shake hands and done a job well done.
Yeah, I'm going to miss him. There's one thing I can do with Steve is I can implicitly trust him with his decisions, with his research, with his work ethic. I mean, he's forgotten more about footy than most of us know, so we're going to miss him. He's been an unbelievable influence in the footy club over 26 years, and you wouldn't meet a more humble person.
Well said, Haggis. Thanks for your time, mate.
Thanks, guys.